All right. I'm going to do a little bit of reading before bed here. It's probably bright enough, right? Bright and worse lighting. There's Mr. Bruno's. Mr. Bruno's still awake. What's on your eyeball here? Mr. Bruno's went out for a late night walks. Now he's tired. Now he wants to sleep. Mr. Bruno's. My boy. My sweet boy here. Got a couple of bloody spots popping open and everything. It's like little areas, little spots that around the... Come on. You're not leaving. You're not going upstairs. You gotta stay inside here, buddy. Ace on the bottom. Come lay down. Come. Up ups. Up ups. Come lay down, my boy. Yeah. You lie down right there. Good boy. That's my boy. He's a good boy. There's water over there if you want to drink. Sweet boy. Sweet boy. I think we tend to give animals more credit in terms of, like, I don't know, maybe he is. I tend to think he, like, cares about me more than he probably does. Honestly, I think he just mostly wants, like, food, attention, like rub downs, you know, like pets, and sometimes he'll come right up and, like, want to, like, snuggles me and stuff like that. And sometimes he just, like, I don't know, maybe they do, it's just, like, on their terms, right? Ten of Chalices reversed. Maybe they don't know what it is. Not the same kind, not the same format that we're all used to, you know? This is something different. Ten of Chalices reversed, babe. Seven of Wands. What is going on here? What is this about? I was going to do a personal, but I think it's too late for that. So I'm just kind of like winging it. I'm going to wing it. Five of Chalices too. Holy smokes. Can you come feed my boy? Sounds like you're bothering me, dude. Nine of Coins sideways. To the right. No context here. My arms are stinging. All the little blister spots are popping now. All on my hand here. You can see it kind of leaking out there. Right here as well. There was like a big blister there. On this side. I don't know if it's popped yet, but part of it popped the last time. I think it might be coming out there. That one popped the last time. Now there's a bunch here. A bunch of small ones there. Ten of Swords. I don't know. Chariot? Page of Coins. feels like something about, oh, this thing has got, I tried stretching it like this or something like that. You could see like how like the skin is not as supple as the other skin, right? No wonder I'm having so much trouble with my arms stretching. It's like the skin is just hard. It's, you gotta like, I guess over a course of a long time, the Emperor, over the course of quite a while, you need to make sure the skin stretches out. But at this point, it's like if I go too hard, then I get these blisters, right? And then the blisters take a week or 5 days or so to like heal up, and they leave like tougher skin, like less flexible skin while they're healing, right? So not great. Not a great situation. His hand is finally, and there's no padding on the hand right now. Maybe I should have put some, because there's still a bit of a open wound right there, open sore from a big blister that was on my hand. Now there's one here. Damn it. I know, I keep going on about it. But the Emperor with the Page of Coins. I think it has something to do with not being able to let go. Or it's like, it's almost like drunk. Power drunk or something like that. Because this is talking about like emperors, men, basically, or like the masculine side of things. Being contained, held back in a Page of Coins. It's the struggle that they're having with their direction, really. Footing. It has to do with like an unsteady relationship with the monetary system model. It's like consuming them. I think this is something that a lot of men are facing currently, not handling it well. This is it's like a piece of rock or something on my face. Like they're wallowing in it, like this something that they can't seem to release or let go of, or it's consuming. It's a consumption, basis of consumption. it's something that's they can't steady themselves within. Holy smokes, my arm feels swollen. That's back to this is these ones, okay? I'm sorry, guys. Sorry, this isn't going to be a very long one. I'm just going to do a few reads here just to get something down. But yeah, it's definitely like, it's like a consumption, and on this end, it's like putting out the inspiration. It's like dumping water on on their sense of inspiration. Seven of Wands. They can't seem to like move through that point. Ten of Chalices over top the Seven of Wands, right? This is something that's all consuming in the mind. Keeping a lot of men off balance. The Chariot sideways. So, yeah. I guess that's what this reading is about. It's about like busted up emperors. busted up masculine energies. Masculine stature. Holy smokes. Itchy arms. The arms just keep getting like more and more difficult to deal with as time's going by. There's the 9 again. Let's talk about that. 9 reversed. Knight of Coins reversed downward. Maybe that's supposed to be there. The Sun. 7 of Chalices. And the Queen of Swords. I was just reading something on one of those random articles on Facebook there. It was talking about how, what was it? It was saying if they removed like, if they didn't split like property and money and stuff like that in the divorce, then the divorce rates would go down. And then all the men would be filing for divorce and such. If women, if there wasn't an incentive for women to initiate divorces, meaning like if there wasn't anything in it for them to do that, then more women would fight to stay in the marriages, right? Oops. What's that about? Basically, this exactly. They wouldn't rush to the next offering, right? They wouldn't rush off. They would. 2 of Swords reversed, 8 of Wands, Knight of Chalices. And this is like, it has something to do with like how that structure is set up. 9 of Coins. Like if they weren't swayed by the monetary system, how the system's set up, or how the infrastructure is set up, there wouldn't be an incentive to look look elsewhere, right? Look for other offers. But it was also talking about how men would be the one filing for divorce, but I think there would be less, like, from what I read, it was like they tried it in China or something. They took away the, it's like a no fault marriage or something like that, right? And just the number of marriages went down or something. Apparently, it didn't have anything to do with the divorce rate. I think there was like less people were getting divorced, but less people were getting married too. Why is that? What's the sun about down there? Whoa. 2 of Wands, 9 of Wands, 7 of Coins, Priestess. Under or top of the sun sideways. Seven of Pentacles, eh? It's like less commitment. Priestess. I'm not too sure. Less commitment. 7 of Pentacles. It's like honesty. The Priestess. Upward. The Fool. Something about making an honest fool. Making the fools honest. Or it's like flipping the script, right? Because I think a lot of what we see in terms of like all this shit about women leaving men and the divorce rates and all that stuff like that, it has a lot to do with like the fucked up monetary model and how like men are typically like enthralled by the money itself, you know? And we tend to think that it's women going after the money and such, but they're living in this model that we've created, right? So it's like, of course, a lot of them are going to kind of assimilate. They're going to assimilate the nature of the model they're living in. Women are followers, right? In a natural sense, in a biological sense. We're supposed to lead, and they that's what the whole fucking dating problem is. Like, women are waiting for us to lead, right? It's like, why do we keep fighting against these? Like, we're like trying to make a big deal about it. Like, oh, we need to be independent. It's like, no, you don't want to be independent. It's like this history and now and everything is showing that like you don't want that. You want a man to like go through all the motions, right? And like be everything as well as maintaining your independence, because you are independent, but you don't. You want chivalry in a sense, right? You want a man to step up and fucking die for you, basically. So sexist and all that, but like the whole fucking thing is sexist. Everything in this is a spicy one. This is just showing some of my actual underlying kind of, what would you call it? My opinions. But yeah, it's actually showing they're living in this model, right? So it's like if we actually changed that and like made it no fault, then the men wouldn't have an excuse anymore. They would have no more excuses, and it would actually force men to become more honest in a sense. Whereas like a lot of men fucking cheat. A lot of like they don't play by the rules, right? So it would like highlight that. It would educate more women about like the meanderings of like foolish dudes and how like unfaithful they are, or like less faithful, or you know how much they're hiding, I guess. So much that hasn't come out to light, because it's like it would force us to relook at everything, you know. But currently it rewards, like there's an incentive in the system, there's an incentive for women to, because they're just trying to get to their own, it's about safety and security provision, right? So if the man's not going to do it, then they have to do it through taking it through the divorce, right? Basically that's how it works, right? And it's like you could chalk it up to, what do you call it, you could chalk it up to just, I guess, women not playing by the rules or something, but they are playing by the rules. It's the rules that we have set as humanity, right? So I don't know what this episode is. It's very loose, very like me. The arms are just like driving me nuts today, honestly. So I'm sorry about that, but yeah, I'm trying to make it through here. We're gonna do one more after this. It's a little quick one. Yeah, they're just following the rules that we laid out. So if we really want to see change, we gotta change. We gotta make sure that we're watertight, basically, as the male species and what we're creating on the planet. Because we can pat ourselves on the back all day about like, oh, we built the world and blah 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 blah. But like, look at it. We built it with we're allowing. What the heck is with the 9 of coins again? And the 2 of swords. Look at what we've created. Or like, let's see the potential in like something greater, right? This is up right now. 2 of swords. It's like conceptualize what a actual functioning society would look like, you know, where we don't leave anybody behind and we don't have to like fight for our survival, and there's like not a whole lot of dangers out there that's going to leave us in a desperate situation. Yeah, people think like, oh yeah, that's boring or whatever, right? Or that would be boring, like not to live in fucking some dystopian nightmare. But we could create a lot of excitement, you know, we can create our own excitement. As the sun, the fool, and the priestess back again. Why is the fool still upside down, though? It's the same cards from the last draw. How weird. The Empress here. Coming out kind of sidewaysy. This seems to be like There's this woman on YouTube. I won't name the channel, but she talks a lot about, I don't know what you would call it. I'm not sure. Because you call the red pill is like the dude side where all the dudes are. I don't even know what the general description of it is, but it's like dudes talking about women's behavior and stuff like that, and kind of like it's kind of one of those echo chambers. But there is women that have their own space too. I don't know what you call it. I don't know what the word is, but it's like red pill for women kind of thing, where they're basically saying the exact same things that the men are saying about the women, but from the women's perspective. So both these groups, both of these like echo chambers, they kind of have valid points, right? But I tend to agree with a lot of what this woman says on her channel, right? And it's like a lot of the stuff she says is also quite disgusting, I'd say, and it's like really paints men in a bad light. But I can't really like argue with a lot of the shit she says as well, because I see it. I see like how men are kind of weak in terms of their own emotions as well. We don't know ourselves emotionally, so we don't really know what emotions are as men. I've noticed, you know, it tends to break into my consciousness at that point a lot. Is that like we go around chasing after feelings a lot, and vagina is probably one of the biggest ones. One of the biggest ones, like what drives us, what's our incentives, is like getting laid and stuff, you know, is a big part of it. And it's basically just really simple. It's like, why do you do that? Why do you want to do that? And it's like, because it feels good. You know, it makes you feel good. So how much of your behavioral makeup is based around something that you don't really know beyond it feels good, you know? And then you make up all these other points around like ego points around being a big strong man because you can get women to like you can sleep with women and things like that. And yeah, this is talking about how we need to like recognize, holy smokes, I'm itchy. I'm gonna cause blisters on my leg if I keep scratching at it, but it's so fucking itchy right now for some reason. Maybe it's because I'm sitting cross-legged. It's really red, eh? I don't know if you can see that, but the leg is still really red. Oh. Here you go, buddy. I know I'm making it difficult for you to fall asleep. Yeah, this is the thing that has to like be torn down, is that expecting women to be princesses, really, empresses all the time. That's something that we need to illuminate ourselves around, perhaps, is that there's two sides to women. What you doing there, buddy? Make a comfy seat for yourself. And that they're not only empresses, right? We can't expect them to be that way. an idea that needs to be laid to rest, really. What's going on, buddy? Not comfy? Not comfy. Yeah, I gotta come way up here again. We're gonna go to bed soon. This is the last reading, dude. I'm having a hard time getting through it anyways. It's already 12 o'clock at night. Everything took longer today. Last one. Something that needs to be laid to rest. King of Chalices. Right, that tower. That's exactly what I was mentioning about the emotional sets of men. It's like men are being kind of woman-like. The men are kind of being like empresses, in a sense, princesses of their own sort. So it's an idea that we're not going to appreciate logically. I'm not going to have a lot of appreciation for this opinion of mine here. But it's something I can clearly see in society. Like the women I'm describing in the YouTube channel is like, as much as I don't like the things that she says about men a lot of the time, it's like I can't fucking argue with them, because it's like I see how men are and I interact with them all the time, you know? So it's like we're having a really hard time understanding each other's points of views. It's very confusing, I'd say, probably because of this. It makes, like, turns dudes on their heads, right? We don't know what to think about it. The priestess being the duality nature of femininity, right? And a lot of dudes won't put the time and effort into learning about it because it's complicated. And it's like, we like things simple, right? And it's like, at the end of the day, we gotta recognize what our purpose is here. It's not for fucking playing video games and, you know, you go to the gun range and you shoot guns and it feels good, right? It feels good, makes you feel like a man and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, what are you really doing it for? You know, we're here for a purpose, and the purpose is to, like, continue propagating the species. And you have to like supply that provision, protection, and it's about sacrificing oneself as a male, right? To a degree. It's like that's a big part of it, is like understanding like your emotions so that you can be a better provider and protector. You can understand what they actually need, what they actually require from us, right? We can't keep letting the system be this way. You know, we've got to like alter its trajectory. And we're the ones that can do it, right? We're the ones that are taking charge, making these, I don't know, like, we're the ones going to war. So it's like, why can't we redirect that energy to the real problem? You know, the real problem being corrupt motherfuckers, basically, and stopping them, you know, like doing the correct thing, the thing that's actually going to make the planet, make society, human civilization into something that's suitable, that's going to like cover all the bases for women, like in the sense that I'm not trying to say like they're like delicate flowers or whatever like that, but it's like for us to actually like propagate the species effectively, they do need to have like, you don't want to be like giving birth surrounded by gunfire, basically, you know, or explosions and stuff. Like, it's just like not conducive to like raising children in a balanced, healthy way, you know. We can create excitement in this in society to appeal to both sides of a woman's nature, right? We can do that. We can create anything we want here, men, you know. It's just isolating the main issues and like kind of directing our attention completely, directing the focus, pointing the barrel down at those points instead of like each other, you know. Finding the main issues and like putting all of our attention there. I'll explain some of this more. It's just gonna take some time, you know, and a few more readings, I guess. So we'll work on it. But yeah, it's just like, it's complex, so covering all the pieces, right? It's gonna take a little while. But anyways, leave it there for tonight. All right, guys.